Hello and welcome to City Skylines. I am usually a war game, I guess, history-oriented YouTuber, but I'm taking a dive into City Skylines because I've been playing it a lot recently, and people in my Discord will know or will probably expect this to be coming because I've been posting a lot about it in the Discord. Now, this map is called Islands. I've got a couple of mods on, for example, this camera mod that you can see right now. I'll talk about the mods as they come up, but this is the Islands vanilla map. I like it a lot because it's got these really cool World War II trenches. This map is, I believe, based off of Venice, which would make these, I guess, fascist trenches, which is not as cool, I guess, but still, it's like an interesting piece of history, right? And I want to sort of use these islands, I think, for tourism. I want to... Cruise ship, hello. Going to Lakefield. Yeah, I want to use that. And also, I have a mod that allows me to brush down resources because this map was released before offshore oil was a thing. So I want to brush down some oil and create some offshore oil drilling. Because I am Norwegian and we have to do that, of course. But without getting ahead of ourselves, also, by the way, it's got this amazing, massive gorge with this huge river, which is going to make for an excellent dam. But without getting ahead of ourselves, this is where we start out. And right now, there's some good space for like farming, industrial stuff, and all that. I don't know how profitable that is compared to normal industry, so I'm not going to mess with that quite yet. I think I'm just going to zone down normal industry, but we have to start with our entrance. And I have a confession to make. This is the third time I'm recording this video because one time the recording got messed up, and on the second one, the game broke, and I got no citizens. And I say the game broke because I did have a connection, but just in case, I'm not going to do the same connection that I did last time, and I'm going to save that one for later. In fact, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to drag a long road out here using the basic road with painted median, which I believe is from Network Extensions 2, which is one of the best mods in the workshop, which allows for really, really cool looking and very useful roads. Just has a bunch of roads. That's all. So at some point we're gonna put down a road, a roundabout, but not now because apparently, maybe that broke it. I don't know. There. That's better. Let's connect. Let's start thinking about where we want to put our stuff. So I want to have residential all along the water line here because I believe living next to the water increases land value. But I'm going to, for now, I think stick to this side. I might want to put down farming here because urban farming isn't that uncommon in Norway. I live next to like very close to, I guess, both a university campus and farms. And if I go deeper downtown, there's also farms. Let's see. Yeah, let's drag this out. Let's drag this out like this. Create an arterial, as it's called, and then connect this to what is known as a collector. And then from that collector, let's create the local roads. So the idea here is to limit the amount of connections on this in order to provide a smooth flow of traffic. I'm not sure how much we need to do that because it's going to end here at some point, unless actually we might actually want to keep it going like this. No, we don't want to do that because that means that a lot of traffic is going to try to get through here instead. Yeah, we don't want to do that. I think, yeah, it doesn't matter that much over here since it's going to end here, I think. Whoops. Well, it's done. I don't know how much money you get back when you demolish. Let's start thinking about water. Water has to be pretty far away right now because we want to keep it upstream. And I'm going to drag this out. Actually, I'm going to drag this first because I want to keep the water lines on the roads, which is somewhat realistic. Then we need power. Coal power is really cool. Really bad if you have issues with traffic, because you need actual coal in order to actually provide power. It's also very polluting, which is bad. But now instead I'm going to put down wind power. I'm going to put down wind turbines here in the future. When we buy the entire mountain, it's probably going to be covered with wind turbines or something at some point. But for now, I'm just going to put it down here because it's close to our water, which means that we don't have to make as many power lines. Let's zone out this first. And are we getting citizens? Otherwise, if we're not, my game is bugged. We're getting buildings at the very least. And let's start thinking about the industry. So we want industry to be not right next to where people are living. Nope. Oh, there we go. I was gonna be so pissed. Oh. In the entire last video, I was building out everything for like 30 minutes, and then I realized, oh, I'm losing money. Why am I not getting money? By this point, in the first attempt at this video, I had money. Well, turns out it was bugged. So, industry. I'm going to make it easier on myself and just drag it down this way for the median one because it's faster. That's our first industrial area. Let's get rid of some of it. So, my background is in history, and I don't know that much about city planning and city planning in general. But what I've mostly learned from YouTube videos. I do have some understanding of city history, though, which gives me some understanding, I guess, of city planning, but not too much. Like, for example, I did one course of the history of cities in Norway, and that's given me some insight, I guess, but it's obviously not all that comprehensive. Most of what I know is about, economic history and all that. Economic history, history of World War I, stuff like that, because I have a degree in history. What are these? Garments limited, goods unlimited, and goods unlimited. They all look the same. What kind of garments do you keep in these big silos? I wonder. They need power, though. Yeah, let's connect it to here. The edge. Keep it cheap. Keep it on the edge so that it doesn't disrupt stuff, so I don't have to, demolish it all the time. Now we're getting power, but not water out to that. There we go. So the plan is to try to build a city on, sort of the principles and alongside these sensibilities that or stuff that I like about cities, I guess. I want to build a city that is big and sprawling and exciting, but I also want to avoid the kind of stuff that I hate about cities. I hate, the concrete jungles of LA, like that. I hate highways. I hate spaghetti road networks where you're stuck on, a freeway for half your life because your commute is hell. I hate that kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff we want to avoid. This will not be a spaghetti, roadway city. It'll be clean. It'll, have roads, not that many highways. The highways that are here I'll probably keep. But yeah, it's not going to be full of highways and stuff. Kind of don't like how all these highways are on ground level, because I would like them to be depressed a little bit. Because that means that we can build cheap and good looking easy bridges over them. But that's fine. Let's make sure we start making money. We need commercial, and we can zone some commercial along what is called the arterial here. Should be fine. Let's call this Main Street, I guess, or Main Avenue here in Northhook. And this is Industrial or Industry Street. And this is Canuck Street, named after one of my Discord mods. And I don't know why that is Canuck Street as well. Like, oh, because it goes around like that, I guess. That is unfortunate, because that means that if someone lives on Amanda and Canuck, they can live here, they can live here. Well, that's actually all they can live on. That's not that bad, I guess. But I do want to maybe connect this to something. Separate it so that we have multiple streets here. Did I not make a poop? No, I did. I did make a shit funnel, but it didn't work because I never powered it. We're gonna start getting into the green very soon. We're gonna start making money. At which point we need to start worrying about more power. I want to put this coal power plant down because of the immense amount of power it produces. But I don't want to do it quite yet because we are going to be bankrupting ourselves if we do that. What I do want to do is actually... It's an interesting song. All the music you're hearing is Chilled Cat. A royalty-free, I believe it should be royalty-free at least, lo-fi, no non-copyright hip-hop beats to game and stream to. It can be found on Spotify at the very least. Let's see, what's our... Yeah, we have way more capacity than we need, so I'm going to reduce our budget for water treatment drastically. Okay. And let's zone some more. We're starting to make money. Unfortunately, because of the way I zoned this earlier on, we will have to evict a couple of people. Or a bunch of families. Very sad. I say with no sympathy in my voice. Yeah, we're just gonna keep expanding this residential area, I think, outwards this way. Since I can manage the budget... No, I don't have taxes yet. We get that once we get more people. So, a lot of people criticize, and rightfully so, or dislike, rightfully so, grid cities and stuff like that. They don't make a lot of sense to have like full grids. There we go, little hamlet, now I have loans and taxes and all that, and also I have all these services I have to provide. But people don't like grids and all that, and that makes sense. Grids in general are really bad for traffic. But if you follow some basic principles for city planning, they don't become as bad. And they become really orderly and nice. However, I still think they're kind of ugly. But we can mitigate some of that ugliness. Let's hold on, let's do this. No guidelines. We can mitigate some of that ugliness by hold on, let me finish this and then I'll finish thinking. Which is not necessarily one of my strong suits. We can mitigate some of that with some interesting little tricks. For example, one thing you can do in a lot of grids is to shake it up a little bit. Like I've done here. So instead of just doing these blocks, vary the blocks up a little bit. So we are actually... No, what? Oh! I was about to say, why is this happening? Well, it makes a lot of sense because I disconnected the water pump, but... and by this I mean, I had a water shortage. To anyone who it might not be watching, but might be listening to it. But, what I was going to say is you can vary it up a little bit like this. By sort of spicing, or yeah, varying up the block, or, you know, system and orientation and stuff. So, like, I can create a block that goes, you know, one of these. That goes, I guess, What is north here right now? This map's called North Hook, but I think the hook is actually southeastwards oriented. But yeah, so you have some of these east-west oriented blocks, and then you have some of these north-south oriented blocks like this. And that way you can sort of shake up the way your neighborhood looks, and also make it so that traffic actually flows a little bit better. Because not all traffic has to go down the same roads. Like if it's all a grid, traffic will path to the most efficient route to its end destination. And then it's all going to follow that same route. But if you shake it up a little bit, traffic will have to take different routes to get to its end destination. One of the problems though is that these roads, for example, will be nexuses of traffic right now. But that can also be fixed in various ways. But we're making money now, which means we can put down one of these, but do we need it? Not yet, but soon. Soon we will need it, actually, because these windmills will stop producing enough power. Not just because of demand, but sometimes the wind will actually be less intense, which means we'll get less power, which is one of the reasons windmills can be somewhat unreliable as like your primary source of energy. They're a really, really good supplement, and they're also, of course, very clean. Unlike this coal power plant. Oh yeah, let's provide services before we do anything else. I'm going to put those services on the main road that goes from the collector, as I believe it's called. The reason for that being that you don't want to have services that need a lot of traffic on the roads that will already have a lot of traffic. That is a really good recipe for congestion. Let's see, elementary schools, they don't have great coverage. Also, that might be... yeah, that is somewhat ugly. I don't like the hill here. It's not uncommon to have a lot of buildings built like this in Norway, because Norway is a very mountainous and hilly country. But it still looks ugly. Now, that one isn't providing any education. Why is that? Oh, because I haven't unbossed. There we go. I don't know what the capacity for a elementary school is. 300 students. Well, we won't reach that capacity for a while, but I put down another one just in case. Oh yeah, we need trash now. Can't afford a recycling center yet, because I spent so much money on schooling, so I'm just gonna put down a landfill for now. That landfill will fill up if I don't do anything about it. This traffic now is dreadful. It's awful. Look at this. Just a big line of cars waiting to get in here. We will fix that. Now, since I recorded 3 videos, or tried to record this video 3 times, I apologize because I may repeat myself sometimes throughout this video, because I have straight up just forgotten what I've actually said in this video compared to the other ones. It's all blending together because I recorded them right after each other. Unfortunate technical difficulties encountered by every YouTuber. Just happens. But one of the things I wanted to say, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it. The 81 tile mod allows me to buy every tile. Camera mod. I've got Traffic Manager, Presidential Edition, really good mod. One of the best mods on the workshop. Also, we are running out of power. One of the best mods on the workshop allows for a lot of intricate management of individual roads, and also allows for better road utilization by the cars. It creates, or it uses a better AI, I think, AI model that actually utilizes all lanes when possible. But you can also create, for example, on this is a main avenue. I want traffic to flow here. So I'm going to apply traffic rules for high priority, which is going to create yield signs. It's going to make it so that passengers, or sorry, pedestrians can't actually cross this road, which is unfortunate because all the shopping is on this road. We can solve that quite easily with a pedestrian bridge, which is not unrealistic. But I don't want to put down the bridge until we have a wider road, because this needs to be a wider road. We now actually have a lot of residential demand. Very nice. In fact, I'm going to zone it all out so that we can start making that moolah. Again, we're going to have some really, really ugly hills going on here. Oh, there we go. We're the village. We have districts now. And we have police departments, we have unique buildings, agriculture specialization, and self-sufficient buildings and stuff like that. But most of all, we have the police station and the firehouse, which will need to be put down, because now fires will start occurring. This is a decent place for a firehouse, I think. I've never seen one in a residential area like that. We also need one by the industry, because the industries have a tendency to light on fire, and we will need a police station, which I can't afford at the moment because of how big and sprawling our place is right now, so I had to put on an extra fire station. Also need that power. We have taxes, right? So let's increase taxes on commercial stuff, and let's increase taxes on industry a little bit. I think our income will be coming from... Let's see. 22% of our income comes from industrial and office zones, but is that income... Yeah, it's not from exports. It's from taxes exclusively. Yeah, we're not getting export income because we don't actually have the export industries. We've just got the tax industries. Let's increase taxes on residential a little bit as well, because 45% of our taxes come from that, or our income rather. Now let's get that power going. I could increase our budget for power, but I don't know if that's a great idea, because I'm going to forget about it. It's a good idea for now, I think. But I think I'm going to forget about it. So I'm gonna... fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Also, apologies if I offend you by swearing and stuff like that. I sincerely, I do apologize. It's just so deeply ingrained into my vocabulary right now. Oh, it's so ugly. Look at this. What is that? What are those? What are those basement windows that aren't in the basement? What's going on? Oh, it's so awful. Though, like, this stuff isn't all that unrealistic to see in Norway. There's some really, really intense driveways going on around where I live. Well, not necessarily all that close to where I live, but not that far away. In this place that I sort of refer to as, like, this suburban hellscape. Because it's just filled with cul-de-sacs. And it's so hard to get through there. And it's also got this, like, as the crow flies, it's on the path from downtown to where I live. So, let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, that I was, at some point, very, very inebriated, and I was trying to get home by walking, because it was past the time when the buses would be going. And so I decide that I want to walk home, and I try to just, I look at the map and I'm like, I'm here, I need to get to there. So I just walk in that direction. And I end up in a place that isn't planned like this, where you can just see, all the way through. Which is, by the way, one of the wonderful, wonderful, aspects of Norwegian city planning is that when you have mountains and stuff like that, streets have to be planned so that you can see the mountains. It's very, very nice. So like this, I don't know, some of these aren't all that well planned, because you see it ends in some places, like here, for example. But yeah, that's not the case up there. in that hilly area. It's terrible. So I got really lost. I found a shop that I could use as a landmark, and I just called a taxi, and I was like, help, I'm lost. Still need power, still don't have money. I don't want to build another windmill. We're very close to producing enough. You know what? Oh, tiny town. Event policies, park policies, industry areas, park areas. We want to play with that stuff, but we can't right now because we don't have the money. But we got a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to do campuses. This is some mod stuff, like... I don't know if I'm going to be using them, because all these are really nice as well, the canals and all that. Yeah, we have parks and stuff like that, which can increase land value, but we need money for all that. Oh, we actually have 23,000 right now. Hold on. Coal! Coal! Let's destroy Mother Earth. For profit. There we go. I really like, though, even though I hate the some like the way the buildings look because of the hills, I really like the ability to sort of see towards some of the tall, like the buildings up on the hill here. Like the idea that you can sort of see across from, well, it's not great that you can see the industrial area from the residential area. That's probably a bad thing, but the fact that you can see across like the valley, I guess, like that is really, really cool. And in reality, that would increase land value quite a lot. Like being able to see out the window all the way down to that bridge, for example, is so cool. I really like that. Like, and up here, for example, this is the kind of place where you would have like a bunch of this like low density in residential areas in Norway. We have a place in Trondheim called, which is where I live, called wait, is it Bakklandet? I think it's Bakklandet. No, Bakklandet is, hold on, am I misremembering, or is it Byåsen? There's a place essentially like up on the hills and stuff where you have all the rich people live there because it overlooks the entire city. It's sort of like up against the mountain almost, and you can sort of see everything from there. And it's a place I will probably never live. So, Irish person names street, which I can't pronounce, is really bad for traffic, I imagine. Yeah. So it's this cul-de-sac, because they all want to turn there. So, one of the things I should do here is this. And then, because that means no parking, that's a good vanilla solution. You can also, with Traffic Manager, just disable parking on this road. But I also want to make sure that this road is... Actually, never mind. This works. I was gonna say maybe like make it faster, but I probably don't need to. Yeah, that looks good. We'll connect it, not here, but probably like out this way and over here as well, like this this collector or whatever it's called. But I want to make the collector bigger, which I can do now. I don't want to make it that big. Do I have... No, I don't have the nice roads with decorative trees. Really want them, though. Yeah, I want to use the decorated roads here. Do I have a 4-lane road? Basic road with turning lane. I don't know if that's... like, if that serves much utility over here. I think a 4-lane road is good enough. Now we're gonna basically waste our money here on fixing... Oh shit! Just realized the thing that I said that I was gonna do. I just did that. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need this budget. It's way too much. Okay, we're gonna make a lot more money now, since I reduced the budget. So this road needs to be better as well. And that's going to be a much, much thicker road. In fact, no, it doesn't have to be. It can be a 4-lane road. But I do want it to be a thicker road. Now, a 4-lane road with turning lane means 1, 2, 3. Wait, is this 4 lanes? How does this work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what? Huh? Huh? I'm so confused by this road. 4-lane road with median looks nice. Like, this is what I would usually make this this road out of. Connect nothing to this, obviously, because that's a bad idea. And then we need to make the speed limit here a lot higher. Main avenue, main avenue. This is all main avenue. Which means that... yeah, we want the speed to be pretty high here. Also, connect it over here, just to help out a little bit. You know what? Faster. Just a tiny bit. It's not going to matter because they're all queuing up here anyways. We forgot about the police station. That's fine. A cab. What else do we need to do here? Yeah, speed. So let's increase the speed limit on this entire thing to no limit is insane. Let's increase it to... let's do 80. 80 kilometers an hour. Now this also needs to be way faster. Let's make this 80 as well. But let's reduce it over here because it doesn't really make any sense to be driving fast in this heavy industrial area where a lot of heavy vehicles will be driving. How can we increase our income right now? Industry. Honestly, that's all it is. Can't do anything there because I sort of stupidly put the fire station on that. Not enough money because there's a relocation cost. So I want to put a... oh, actually I can, yeah. I want to put a road like that. That's nice. Oh, some of the mods, like, I have Daylight Classic and, like, a fog removal thing, which basically means that you won't see smog. You will see the ground sort of get grayish, and you'll see the trees wither and die, but you won't see smog obstructing your view, which I think is important. Don't have power over there because you haven't zoned across there, which I might actually just want to do right now. Hate this traffic. What's going on here? Why is this 4 and this 3? That's also really annoying. That shouldn't be the case. It should be 4x4 and 4x4 on either side. Oh, it's because it's this is thicker, that's why. That makes sense. Let's expand the industry a little bit even more. Because we desperately need the money. So that we can provide basic services. But that is the end of this episode. Welcome to Crimeville, USA. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're looking for, more information about the Let's Play, maybe I'll put a mod list in the description down below. I'm not quite sure, I probably should, but that's a lot of effort. But, if you're looking for more information, you can usually find it in the description down below, including the link to my Discord channel, or server, rather, and my Twitter, where I post about dumb political stuff. You can find a link to my Twitch, where I livestream, mostly Dwarf Fortress, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and my Patreon. Don't go there, because I neglect everyone who pays me money, because I'm a piece of shit. Anything else I need to say? I don't think so. I read almost every single one of your comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps out a great deal, and it helps me gauge, what people want to see. If you have tips, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm really good at the city planning part. I'm terrible at the economic part. So, if you have tips about that, lay them on me. I'll read all your comments, and I'll respond to the ones that I can. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.